events first. This one is the Limited Sportsman Trophy Dash, your fastest 4 qualifiers in the Limited Sportsman division. Going at it for 4 laps. They'll start thusly for this 4-lap event. The NASCAR Winston Racing Series. On the pole in car number 20 is Mike Brown, your 4th fast time. Alongside in the front row in car 25, that's Jim Kidd, car 25. The second row, second fast time for this guy in that Mopar powered car, 01, it's Jerry Buck. And on the tail, your fast qualifier tonight currently leads the track point standings, and this fast qualifying time will certainly help along and keeping him atop the point standings. It's Zero Hill. Okay, here we go. 1 lap will be underway. Mike Brown, Jim Kidd, Jerry Buck, and Zero Hill. By the way, Hill's fast time, qualifying time, was 16.010. We'll be underway the next time around. Four laps to go. Again, we want to thank Muffler King, a sponsor tonight. Also, Century Video. We're underway with Brown holding a narrow advantage over Jim Kidd. Zero Hill is 3rd, but now he'll challenge Jim Kidd in turns 3 and 4. Mike Brown leads lap number 1. Hill now up from his 4th place spot. He'll run 2nd down backstretch of lap number 2. They'll get the halfway signal this time by. Now it's Hill trying to make his way around 4th fast qualifier Mike Brown. In that budget car sales, car number 0. He slips. Now Jerry Buck moves underneath him. Buck and Hill go at it for 2nd. A half lap to go for Mike Brown. With his first Trophy Dash win of 1994, Mike Brown. Jerry Buck comes home 2nd. 3rd is Jim Kidd. And Zero Hill finishes 4th. Two limited sportsman heat races to come before moving in to late model preliminary action. By the way, the inversion drawn in the limited sportsman division by fast qualifier Zero Hill was a number 10. We do that. They have their pick of several numbers in a blind draw. The fast qualifier does each night. The inversion pill determines how the races, the feature event, will be lined up. There will be 10 cars inverted. That means the 10th fastest qualifier will start on the pole and following tonight's racing action. Okay, now the alignment for the first limited sportsman heat race. On the pole in car 28. The driver, rookie driver, David Greeno. David Greeno in car 28. Alongside, it's Ron Holbein Jr. in number 3. They make up row number 1. The second row consists of Dave Ritchie Jr. and car 13, which is Jerry Jones. Then in car number 5, that's Bob Gruball. Car 36 is Bob Allensworth. Car 15, Pete Gordon, first time on the racetrack. We understand Pete Gordon in 15, and Don Townsend Jr. in 7.
That one.
laps, the limited sportsman first heat race. David Greeno, rookie driver, first time ever here at Columbus Motor Speedway, leads him around. Ron Holbein Jr. takes over in car number 3, but now Jerry Jones moves into second. He'll go after Holbein in turns 3 and 4. Holbein sweeps high off the fourth turn. Jerry Jones is second. Dave Ritchie now trying to move around Greeno for that third spot. They'll complete lap number 2, this time across the start-finish line. And Ron Holbein Jr. with a spin down the front stretch. He does a good job of keeping that thing down on the bottom of the racetrack. Holbein in 3, spins in turn number 1. In late model action, if he wins the prize. It's $400 tonight. So we'll check with Terry Humphrey, the winner of the most recent late model feature. 2 laps are in the record books. We're ready to go back racing. Your leader is Jerry Jones. That's Dave Ritchie Jr. stalking him down the backstretch. And Don Townsend Jr. in 7, all the way from the tail. He's up to 3rd. Oh, Ritchie and Jones swapping paint on the front stretch. They'll race door to door down the backstretch. The halfway signal awaits them when they cross the start-finish line. Ritchie, the leader of record on that lap. Jones tries to hold on, but he slips high off the second turn. Now Dave Ritchie Jr. is your leader. Next, Don Townsend Jr. tries to move inside of Jones for the runner-up position. Ritchie, a rookie driver who currently holds down the 18th spot in the limited sportsman point standings. Now Don Townsend Jr. moves to second, and he'll set his sights on the white, number 35. The white flag awaits Dave Ritchie, this time by the start-finish line. Now Townsend Jr. is second, Jerry Jones third. Fourth spot, a good battle between David Greeno and Bob Ellensworth. And the winner, his first ever heat race win, Dave Ritchie Jr., car 35. Don Townsend Jr. is second, Jerry Jones third, that's David Greeno fourth, and finishing 5th, Bob Allensworth. By Mike Howell, the car owner. Mike Howell in 4. Alongside in 86, that's Mike Holland. Second row, Randy Sword and Bob Justice. Then comes John Strobel, Don Gregory Jr., Buddy Townsend, Kenny Sword, and Joe Hill. 8 laps. The advantage down the backstretch. Mike Holland having his hands full in that car 86. Oh, now they're going to go 3 abreast down the backstretch, and they make it so far. Good move by Justice. He splits the needle. Justice now challenging 4 seconds. Still Mike Howell out front. Bob Justice now on the move. Randy Swart is third. John Strobel currently fourth. Sword moves to the outside of Mike Howell as Bob Justice takes the lead. Sword now trying to make his way around Howell, and he does so. He'll go after your leader, Bob Justice. They'll get the halfway cross flags, this time across the start-finish line. All right, our lap counter has gone down, so you'll have to count the laps along with me. Completing lap number 5. This time we'll get the lap counter rebooted and ready to go for the next event. So disregard the lap counter. Disregard the lap counter. We're trying to get that rectified at this point. Six complete. The white flag the next time around. The white flag this time for Bob Justice. Randy Stewart second. John Stroll third. And your winner, car number 29, Bob Justice. Randy Swartz second. Third is John Strobel. I'll have to check with scoring. I believe fourth was car number 4, Mike Howell. He was fourth. And fifth, 76, Buddy Townsend. So again, we had trouble with the lap counter, but we now have it back up and running. Justice with his first heat race victory of 1994. This 1993 Oldsmobile Cutlass, owned by Anita Justice. Sponsors include NAPA Paint and Auto Body, Larry's Trucking, the Ohio Bank Auction, whom, by the way, will be one of the people awarding trophies or awards this evening for the feature winners. The Ohio Bank Auction, a sponsor last week. We'll kind of carry them over and give them a little bit of press tonight to try to help them.
We all might get fooled. We all might get fooled. 99 might win the son of a bitch.
Okay, and now the lineup for the late model Trophy Dash. Your fastest 4 late model qualifiers. A rookie, first time ever late model driver starts on the pole. Car number 99, the CNC Collision Cyrus printing entry of Jim Cruz. 4 laps to go. Outside in car number 1, the feature winner. 1 month ago, our last event, car number 1, the Humphreys Engine Services Larry Heiser Enterprises entry of Terry Humphrey. Second row in car number 7, that's Danny Eves. And on the tail, the fast racing entry, 61, Mike Ward, 4 laps. Cruz had to be a little bit of a surprise to the other 3 competitors in this event. He was a previous street stock track champion. He leads the Trophy Dash this evening. Swirling up the 4th turn. None of these guys have ever run with Jim Cruz, so they're just biding their time, making sure, and Cruz is doing a great job out front. He'll get the halfway signal this time. Now Terry Humphrey drops in behind Jim Cruz. Danny Eves is 3rd. Mike Ward off the pace in 4th. White flag this time for Jim Cruz. Your winner, the 1990. Oh, wait a minute, I better wait and see. It's going to be close. It was real close. I spoke a little too soon. Cruz slipped off the 4th turn. Checking with official scoring, and by a whisker, the winner, Terry Humphrey. Good. That was close. I guess I'm going to have to wait a little bit longer before I start announcing the winners. Cruz slipped again off the fourth turn, and Humphrey slipped underneath to pick up the win. A close finish.
Figure out how high he is.
It's Tim Yonker. Outside in 94, Robbie Dean. The second row, car 52 from Piketon, Ohio, Craig Ice, the first appearance for this driver in 1994. And beside him in car number 2, Bob Bocook. Row number 3 consists of car 59, High Pockets, it's Burgess White. And beside White in 3, car number 3, Bill Wellman. Next up we have George Fisher in car number 10. 77 is Kenny Sward, and car number 70, Gary Smith. The first late model heat race, 10 laps. Off to a slow start, Robbie Dean, and we're going to have a false start. Yellow flag whenever we get a start that is too far out of whack. We go ahead and give them the green, throw the yellow on the backstretch so that we don't have a big pile up down here in turn 1. Green flag, we got a start. JVM Enterprises entry. Down the backstretch. Bob Bocook now is sad, but Tim Yonker hadn't given up that runner-up spot yet. And now Robbie Dean off the pace in car 94. Meantime, looks like Bill Wellman with some sort of problem in car 3. We got a yellow flag. Caution on the Speedway. Bocook to the outside of Yonker down the backstretch. He'll take over the lead. 2 laps. Now Craig Ice from Piketon, Ohio makes his way around Tim Yonker. Yonker is third. That's Kent Sward fourth. Now Sward moves around up to that third spot. It's still Bocook, Ice, Sward, Yonker, and George Fisher in car 10. Lice closing in on Bob Bocook. They'll get the cross flags halfway this time. And now a race for the lead heats up. Craig Lice and Kent Sward. Move up on your leader. They'll complete 7 laps this time by. Lice and Bocook go at it through turn 3 and 4. Kent Sward trying to split the middle. Not enough room to do so. the white flag this time around. Leist with a bit of advantage off turn number 2. He takes over. Here comes Ken Sword. Sword squirrely sideways in the fourth turn. Your winner, Bocook is second. Sword finishes third. Fourth will go to Tim Yonker, and fifth, George Fisher. So again, Craig Leist, the winner. Leist from Piketon, Ohio. Winston Racing Series Late Model Division. They'll line up thusly. On the pole in car 26, the K95.5 FM 94 Camaro of Bill Cantley. Beside him, out of New Carlisle, Ohio, the Perkins Auto Sales. For Thunderbird, it's Dick Dunleavy Jr. In row number 2, car 44, Joe DeFelice. And car number 8, that's Gary Carter. The third row in 39, Randy Mader Jr. Car 92, Donnie Renner. Then comes 86, Skip Thornton. 29, Kevin Miller. And 16, Mike Simpson. 10 laps. The second late model heat race. 31 late models back in the pit area this evening. Cantley and Dunleavy go at it through turns 1 and 2. DeFelice moves underneath. Gary Carter now Maynard almost into the back of Joe DeFelice. He gets it woe down. Your leader up lap 1, and we have a spin. Caution flag. Kevin Miller brings out the caution. Spin in turn number 4. Row number 1. 10 laps still to go. Cantley in that 94 Chevrolet Camaro leads him down the backstretch. Now Randy Maynard tries to take the measure of the blue 26 down the front straightaway. Skip Thornton is third. Fourth, Joe DeFelice. And Maynard, a new leader in car 39. 2 laps down. Again, this car driven by Maynard this evening was a feature winner on opening night here at the Speedway way back on April 16th. That night driven by Gary St. Amant. Maynard drove all the way from the tail of the feature a month ago on the 23rd of April to come to 5th place in the finish. Maynard the leader. Skip Thornton now is second. Third is Bill Cantley. Joe DeFelice fourth, and fifth being held by Donnie Renner. Halfway. Maynard way out front. And a yellow flag. reasons for the yellow flag. First off, Kevin Miller's spin on the backstretch. Secondly, Randy Maynard is breaking out. We allow these drivers to run up to 0.15 of a second faster than their qualifying time. They're allowed to run faster than their qualifying time by 0.15 of a second. Maynard is exceeding that. He's breaking out, running much faster than his qualifying time. So we throw the yellow, put that driver on the tail, and go back racing. Racing Series Souvenir Magazine. Thornton the leader in car 86. Cantley is second. The battle for third heats up between DeFelice and Renner. Now Thornton, the veteran, begins to stretch it out. Skip started racing here in the mid-70s in the big bomber division. White flag for Skip Thornton, the New Albany, Ohio driver. With his second heat race victory of 1994, Skip Thornton. Bill Cantley is second. Third goes to Joe DeFelice. Mike Simpson finishes fourth, and Randy Maynard fifth. So Skip Thornton, the winner. The car sponsored by Video Central, Fluffy's Lounge, Vaughn Kibler Drywall, and Stout Kitchens. Goes like this. Car number 83 on the pole from Pickerington, Ohio, Lonnie Rush in that V6 powered Bob Evans 94 Camaro. Alongside in 91 from Xenia, Ohio, it's Scott Drake. The second row, 94 Camaro under this guy as well. The Paul Storer owned Fast Racing Engines, sponsored car number 5, Mike Stacy. Then the 98.9 FM, the River entry. Outside of that row number 2, it's Mike Penny, the driver. The third row, currently second in the point standings, Topman Transmission, the sponsor, it's Gary Williams. Beside him in 23 from Columbus, it's Greg Markham. Then comes Jerry Mitchell in car number 6. The current point leader, by the way, we understand this car is for sale. Car number 6, Jerry Mitchell, the current track record holder, that car is for sale. They tell me that they've got a brand new car on the way. Almost completed. Next up, we've got Don Wetnall, who didn't get a qualifying time this evening, arrived here late. And finally, car number 19, Carlton Smith. 10 laps. The late model third heat race. Lonnie Rush spins off. Scott Drake in turns 1 and 2. Rush the leader in that V6. Now up to second is Mike Stacy. Scott Drake back to third. Fourth is Gary Williams. They'll complete lap number 2 this time. Rush has been one of those guys that's done a lot of testing here the last 3 or 4 weeks. He is out front. The man on the move all the way from 7th spot is Jerry Mitchell. Mitchell is now up to third. 60 to the outside of Rush. Here comes Mitchell in 6. And we got a yellow as Greg Markham spins in turn 2. 5 counters remain. Number 3 this time. We believe it appears that Mike Denny with engine trouble on that car, 98.9. Victory of 1994 for Lonnie Rush. Display Engineering. Our point leader starts on the pole. Alongside in 4 is Phil Kessler. Then comes Dave Meisinger in 27. And on the tail, your fast qualifier number 13, Danny Brown. 4 cars, 4 laps, your fastest 4. Street stock qualifiers. Jamie Hunt with the advantage. He leads them down the country. One lap down. Phil Kessler is second. Dave Meisinger third. Danny Brown brings up the rear. Phil Kessler trying to hang on to that second spot. The white flag will be waving this time by. Now Hunt is checking out on the field. He leads the point standings. 4th fast qualifier tonight. And your winner, Jamie Hunt. Kessler will finish second. Danny Brown comes home third, and finishing 4th, Dave Meisinger. Okay, so Hunt the winner. This 81 Malibu is owned by Everett James, sponsored by Jim's Telewing, Wells Machine Shop,
Johnson Disposal.
Walter Sexton. Beside him in car number 10, it's Russ Harper. Then comes 11, Rick Rodewalt. And let's see, car 24, driven by Greg Russell. That name we didn't have earlier, Greg Russell, the driver of car 24. Next row, let's see, in car 28, that's Steve Jordan. And beside him, we had this name wrong earlier too. I'm on a roll tonight. Jim New, not Brian New. It's Jim New in 41. Carl Katz is next in car 46. Alongside of him in 20, car number 20, the blue and red 20, is Denver Wise. Rounding out the field, car 36, Jimmy Romans, and car 33, Leonard Jarvis. Leonard Jarvis in 33. George Wiseman and Camille to the Speedway office at the base of the tower. George Wiseman and Camille to the Speedway office. White flag will get a start the next time by. So Walter Sexton in 94 and Russ Harper leading them around. Okay, Walter Sexton is the leader. Down the backstretch, Rick Rodewalt is second. Steve Jordan in 28 and Jim New slugging out for the third spot. So one lap complete. Now we're going to go 3 wide down the backstretch. Jim New goes from 4th to 1st to spinning, almost spinning. Jim New in 41, and now Rick Rodewalt battling out for the top spot. That's Walter Sexton in 94 running 3rd. 3 laps complete this time. Walter Sexton in the infield on the backstretch. Jim New holding on to a narrow advantage. Rodewalt is second. Now Jimmy Romans all the way from the tail up to challenge for the lead. Halfway this time. Here comes Jimmy Romans with that hood halfway up. I wonder if that should be considered an illegal aerodynamic advantage there. He had a real bad push in that car in qualifying. The front end wouldn't turn. Maybe they left that pin off so that they would help the car turn around the corners a little better. He's the leader, Jim Romans. Jim New is second. Rick Rodewalt third. Steve Jordan currently 4th. White flag for Jimmy Romans. Romans is way out front. A close call. We got Rodewalt and Jim New trading paint in turn 1. Your winner, Jimmy Romans. Jim New will finish second. Third, Rick Rodewalt. 4th, Denver Wise. And 5th is Steve Jordan. So the first of 3, I believe, street stock heat races now complete. We had 37 street stocks qualify this evening. Romans the winner of the car Sponsored by Cyrus Printing, Maynard's Towing, Osborne's Collision, All City Auto Wrecking. Stilson, and beside him in 18, the Muffler King, Gillis Chiropractic Firebird, it's Bo Davis. The third row, it's here somewhere in car 25. The driver is Bubba Parsons, and beside him, according to my, oh, wait a minute, I missed somebody here. Let's go back. Okay, back to Stilson. Beside Stilson in the 88, Bruce Holmes in the second row. Sorry about that. Third row, here we go. Now we're rolling. 99 will start on the inside of the third row. Kevin Nowak. Beside him will be Bo Davis. Then comes 25, Bubba Parsons. 12, Don Parsons Sr. 30, Bill Huntley. 81, Rick Lawwell. And 5, Darrell Dexter. Eight laps. Your leader is Mike Litchfield. Second, Bobby Stacy, but now Stacy, almost spins in turn 4. Litchfield way out front. Bobby Stacy is second. Gary Stilson and Kevin Nowak. Oh, and Stacy again, sideways in the fourth turn. Back out. Almost a major collision in the fourth turn. Litchfield will go through the dust first. Stilson currently second. Kevin Nowak is now third. The halfway signal this time as Gary Stilson beginning to reel in Mike Litchfield. Here comes Bubba Parsons and Stu. He's challenging Kevin Nowak for the third spot. Nowak. Moves around Stilson. Goes door to door with Litchfield. Litchfield way up the racetrack in turn 4. Here comes Bubba Parsons in car 25. Now Nowak back to third spot. 6 laps complete this time. Bubba Parsons in a hurry on the outside of Mike Litchfield. Kevin Nowak third. Bo Davis fourth currently. And Bubba Parsons is out front now in that Ford Thunderbird. White flag. Camaros run second, third, and fourth. Well, actually that's a Firebird in fourth. Now Bo Davis trying to move around Kevin Nowak for third. The winner will be Bubba Parsons. Second, Mike Litchfield. Third, Kevin Nowak. Fourth goes to Bo Davis. And finishing fifth is Bruce Holmes. By trade from Columbus, right here in Columbus, Ohio. Driving a 1979 Ford Thunderbird. Third and final street stock heat race. Still a late model B main to go. Quickly, Jim Hersey in 31 starts first. Beside him in 17, it's Steve Tuttle. Then comes Randy Tharp in 47 and Don Holland driving car 79. The third row, first time out this year for this driver. Car number Well, wait a minute. Here we got a lineup change. I'm sorry, car 15, Norman Ackerman starts inside the third row. Beside him at 43, Mike Schweier. Then comes car number 9, Kenny Thomas. 26, Scott Bowman. Heavy Hill is in 70. 22 is Donald Parsons. And on the tail, 89, Herb Pennington. 8 laps for the street stock, third heat race. Hersey, the leader. Randy Tharp is second, looking to the inside of Hersey, and he makes the pass on the front stretch. Tharp now out front, a second-year driver. Steve Tuttle and Hersey go at it for a second spot. Norman Ackerman holds down fourth. Now Tuttle is second in the black 17. Hersey drifts backwards, but now it maintains the third spot down the backstretch. Randy Tharp, your leader. Collision in turn 4. Damage on car 79, Don Holland. Holland will retire. Randy Tharp still the leader. Steve Tuttle second. Ackerman and Hersey in a close battle for fourth spot. 2 laps to go this time around. Tharp had a heat win the first night out here back on April 16th. Looking for a second heat race win of 1994. White flag. And the winner, car 47, Randy Tharp. Second is Steve Tuttle. Third, Jim Hersey. Fourth, Norman Ackerman. And fifth, Mike Schweier. So his second heat race victory of 1994. Randy Tharp driving a 77 Chevrolet Nova. Sponsors include Whitehall Radiator, Williams Service Center, Next Day Signs, Jay's Metal Repair, Whitehall Custom Car Wash, Steer and Gear, Gillis Chiropractic Clinics, and Next Day Signs. .5 FM, 94 Camaro. Beside him in 70, it's Gary Smith from New Philadelphia, Ohio. The second row, driving car number 3, Bill Wellman from Columbus. Beside him, another local Columbus driver, Bert White in 59. George Fisher is next in car number 10, and beside him in 2, Bob Bocook. Then comes Craig Leist in 52. By the way, Leist was the 1993 Bob Evans Rookie of the Year here at the Speedway. Beside Leist, car 94, Robbie Dean. Then comes Kenny Sward in 77. 43 is Tim Yonker. And 81, Don Wetnall. 10 laps for the late model B main. The first 5 finishers go to the 30-lapper, the first 30-lap feature event. And Don Wetnall with contact in turn 1. 26. Remember, the first 5 finishers move on. Currently, Bob Bocook is 5th in car number 2. It's Cantley, Smith, Burgess White, Robbie Dean, and the battle for 5th heats up between Bocook and Leist. And Leist is now up to 5th spot. Robbie Dean on the move. He's up to 2nd. Dean has come all the way from 8th starting spot. Halfway this time by. Two veterans go at it for the lead. It's Bill Cantley and Robbie Dean. Gary Smith 3rd. 4th, Burgess White. 5th is Craig Leist. Up to 6th spot is Ken Sword in 77. Your leaders go at it door to door. Craig Leist with a spin in turn 4. He was holding down the 5th and final transfer spot before spinning the Leist Department Store's 94 Camaro. Robbie Dean immediately to that high groove. Now Dean off the pace in 94. Up to 5th spot now is Bob Bocook. White flag this time. Bill Cantley leader. And the winner, car 26, Bill Cantley. 2nd is Gary Smith. 3rd, Burgess White. 4th goes to Ken Sword. And 5th, Bob Bocook. Those are your top 5 finishers. They move on to the first 30-lap event. We'll hold Craig Leist and the rest of the field on standby should any of the other cars be unable to start the second 30-lap event. Okay, so Cantley the winner. Brief intermission. It's Scott Drake. Enid, Ohio driver Mike Stacy in the black number 5 starts on the inside of the 2nd row. Beside him in 06, it's currently your 2nd place man in the point standings. The driver is Gary Williams. In the 3rd row, car number 23 from Columbus, Greg Markham, the pilot, and alongside your current track record holder and point leader, car 6, Jerry Mitchell. Row 4, rookie sensation, Jim Cruz in car 99, and alongside in 19 out of Centerville, Ohio, Carlton Smith. The next row, in car number 7, it's Danny Eves, and beside Eves in car 61, the driver is Mike Ward. Now I have apparently missed somebody. Inside of the 5th row is Terry Humphrey, and outside of the 5th row is Danny Eves. Well, no, I didn't because we had a scratch. So inside is Danny Eves. Outside is Terry Humphrey in the 5th row. Then comes Mike Ward from Urbana in 61, your fast qualifier tonight, and Mike Simpson in car 16. Kevin Miller is next in car 29, and beside him, 86 is Skip Thornton. Then comes Donnie Renner in 92, 44, Joe DeFelice, 8 is Gary Carter, 26 Bill Cantley, 11 from New Carlisle, Ohio, Dick Dunleavy Jr., 59 Burgess White, 70 Gary Smith, 77 Ken Sword, number 2 Bob Bocook, and 52 Craig Leist. 24 cars, 30 laps for the NASCAR Winston Racing Series late models.
Go up, Bobby. There you go. You go up.
They tell us there's a white Chevrolet pickup in the parking lot with the lights on. So if you have a white Chevrolet pickup, we didn't get a license number, but we see about 200 people headed toward the parking lot right now to check their white Chevy pickup. Ken Sword, Bob Bocook, and Craig Leist. 30 laps. False start. We went ahead and gave him the green flag. Lonnie Rush, completely out of shape, off exiting the 4th turn. Well, I'll fill you in later. We have 30 laps to go. 30 laps. Second. Two laps complete. Scott Drake, Lonnie Rush, Mike Stacy, Jerry Mitchell, and Gary Williams. Car number 19 from Centerville, Ohio. He and Terry Humphrey with contact on the backstretch. So your leader is Scott Drake. Drake jumped out to that early lead. There was contact down there in turns 1 and 2. Rush went down in there a ton. Slipped that up into Drake a little bit. Drake kept going and took command of the Centerville, Ohio driver Carlton Smith. He had a good qualifying time, was running competitively in the first of these two 30-lap feature events.
Got his place back, too. Bill. There he got his place back.
Down. 27 remain. Drake the leader, Rush is second. this time by Scott Drake from Senior, your leader. Car number 2 spins off the racetrack. Seven laps down. This time, 10 laps down. The yellow flag. 15/100ths of a second is the limit, and Scott Drake is significantly faster than his qualifying time, more so than 15/100ths of a second. So he will go to the tail, and we'll get a restart. Once again, we allow 15/100ths of a second, and Scott Drake was more than that, faster than his qualification time. They're down. Stacy. Gary Williams is fourth, halfway. Now we see Terry Humphrey moving on the outside. And we got Gary Smith. The engine explodes on Gary Smith's car. Gary Smith's car number 70. That car explodes big time. He bails out of that thing. The new Philadelphia, Ohio driver, a regular competitor at Midvale Speedway for many years, has started racing here on a weekly basis. The fire crew right on the scene. Engine exploding on car number 70, Gary Smith's car. Stacy to pick up that runner-up spot. Back underway, Lonnie Rush the leader. 15 laps to go. Still works the outside groove on the outside of Greg Markham. Closing the gap, 5 laps to go. 5 laps. Turn 1. In the corner we see Greg Markham, I believe Donnie Renner, and Gary Williams, the Cars Motorcycle Asphalt Racing Series, coming up on Friday night. That's Friday night, June 10 at the Speedway. Lots of action coming your way each and every weekend here in Columbus. On for 4 laps. Jerry Mitchell in hot pursuit. Tiptoeing around, and then Bob Evans Camaro. down, Lonnie Rush, right flag. Half a lap, Jerry Mitchell, hard into turn 3 and 4. It's gonna be close. Your winner, Lonnie Rush. Second is Jerry Mitchell. Third, Mike Stacy. Fourth, unofficially, is Terry Humphrey, but I'll have to check with the scores to make sure that's accurate. So Lonnie Rush, his first feature win in about 1 year. He last visited Victory Lane here at the Speedway on May 16th, 1993. I'll get you a top 10 rundown as soon as I have one available. Lots of action still to go, folks. We'll go down to Bob Neubauer. He'll try to get a word quickly with Lonnie Rush pertaining to his feature victory.
Well, Lonnie, you look like you hardly worked up a sweat in that one. I mean, that was pretty easy, right?
No, it wasn't easy.
Breathe it right down your neck. You got another 30 to go. Can we see a repeat with the 6?
I'm not sure. We've had a tough time getting this thing to work, but I'd like to thank Bob Evans Restaurants and all the rest of my sponsors, Speedway Engineering, and my crew. They worked their butt off to try to get this car so it worked with this 6-cylinder. And believe me, we tried a lot of different stuff. We changed springs twice tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, how about a hand for your first feature winner tonight, Lonnie Rush from Pickerington, Ohio.
Okay, Lonnie down there, here he'll get the Ohio Bank Auction plaque for winning tonight's feature event. Ohio Bank Auction originally scheduled to play the starting order for the 30-lap limited sportsman feature. On the pole in 45 at John Strobel alongside to Don Gregory Jr. The second row, Buddy Townsend and Ken Swore. In row 3, it's car 70, Joe Hill, and 20, Mike Brown. Then comes Bob Justice in 29. 25 is Jim Kidd. 01, Jerry Buck, and 0, your fast qualifier tonight, Donnie Zero Hill. Randy Swore is next. He's flanked by car 86, Mike Holland. Then we've got 4, Mike Howell. 36 is Bob Allensworth. 13, Jerry Jones. 7, Don Townsend Jr. 35 is Dave Ritchie. 72. See 72 out there, family. Let's see. Next up, we've got 3, Ron Holbein Jr. 28 is David Greeno. 15. That's not Dave Beard. That's Porter, I believe. And then comes 5, Bob Grubal. So the Muffler King pace car off the racetrack on the backstretch. We're ready to go racing. The 7th place finisher will receive the $100 bonus from Architect Glass. And the winner, the $75 bonus from Muffler King. Out front is car number 2, Donnie Gregory. John Strobel is second, Ken Sword third. Two laps now complete. Gregory, the 1992 track champion in the sportsman division. Ronnie Gregory, your leader. John Strobel, second. Ken Sword is third. Buddy Townsend, fourth. Traffic ahead for the leaders. Gregory works around Bob Grubo in car number 5. And David Greeno in 28. John Strobel runs second. Ken Sword third. Buddy Townsend still fourth. Now Joe Hill is fifth. In turn 3 and 4 for the runner-up spot. Ken Sword sideways in turn 2. He hangs on to second. Up to 4th spot is Joe Hill on the outside. He's on the move. Hill in the black 70. Halfway this time. And now, Don Gregory Jr. off the pace. Gregory slowing in car 2. He'll stop and bring out the caution flag. Tough break for your race leader. We noticed as he went down the front stretch, the red light on the dash, which normally means there is either no oil pressure or the engine is stopped running, or both. As he went down the front stretch. That's a signal they put in those cars to let the guys know when the oil pressure goes away. So apparently that car was Buddy Townsend, or I'm sorry, 7th was Bob Justice. He too on the move. And Joe Hill immediately goes to work on John Strobel. Zero Hill in car number 0. He's up from 10th spot. Bob Justice and Joe Hill go at it for the 3rd spot. Justice is now up to 3rd. He started 7th. Ken Sword, your leader. Bob Justice is third. Fourth is Joe Hill. Now Justice takes the measure of John Strobel down the backstretch. And we've got a collision. Zero Hill with a spin in turn number 1. Racing, 7 laps. Rain for the limited sportsman feature ends. And Bob Justice again to the outside of John Strobel. Remain. Justice closing in ever so slightly on Ken Sword. David Greeno leaking fuel. He's been black flag. David Greeno in 28 pulls off the racetrack. The leader's in heavy lap traffic. White flag this time. Flag for Ken Sword. His first feature win of the 1994 racing season, Ken Sword. Second is Bob Justice. So again, the feature winner, Kenny Sword. He picks up that $75 bonus from Muffler King. The 7th place finisher, as soon as we get things sorted out, we'll get $100 bonus from Architect Glass. 7th place finisher. As soon as we get that sorted out, I'll pass that along, as will, and I'll also pass along the, top 10 rundown. Tonight, running a late model and a limited sportsman car. A 3-time limited sportsman track champion. Pulling off that racing paraphernalia. Let's hear it. He can hear you now. Kenny Sword, your winner. We'll go down trackside to Bob Neubauer quickly for an interview. Go ahead, Bob.
Listen, you've been thinking about double duty tonight. This one was a little bit better ride, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, this is a little bit better, but that's the first time out with the other cars. Maybe we'll fare out a little better in the second time.
You were hooked up, obviously. Mr. Gregory had some problems, and they didn't let you inherit the lead, but they were right behind you all the way.
Yeah, I know. It's tough field of cars back there. We just got lucky.
How about thanking some sponsors out here on this one?
Oh, yeah, man. I got especially Scotty from Scott's Landfill, and Take a Look at these cars. And I got Jim Chrisman here with Culligan, his girlfriend Cindy helps us out a lot, being in our employment services and Snap-on tools, and just everybody that helps, especially the fans. You know how we couldn't do it without them.
He is so correct. We thank all you guys for coming out. I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, if you could be down here in the front straightaway right now and see these guys there.
95.5 FM entry, the racing entrepreneur Bill Cantley in 26. Alongside in 23 from Columbus, it's Greg Markham. The second row, the tough luck driver from the first event, car number 91, Scott Drake. Drake in 91, and beside him in 16, Mike Simpson. Row number 3, car 11, Dick Dunleavy Jr., and alongside flanking him in that row, 86 is Skip Thornton. The next row, Danny Eves in car number 7, and beside him in 61, Mike Ward. Ward in 61. Terry Humphrey is next. He'll start in the 9th position, and beside him in 10th spot, we'll start Mike Stacy. Your top 2 cars are in the next row, based on the inversion draw by Lonnie Rush. Jerry Mitchell, car number 6, and beside Mitchell in 83, it's Lonnie Rush. He passes on the Winston Challenge money. Next up, we've got 59, that's Burgess White, and car number 2, Bob Bothhook. And the 8th row, 06, is Gary Williams, and 77, we have a 77 out here. 77. Not sure who that is. 52 is next. Car 52, Craig Leist. Then comes Kevin Miller in 29. 99 is Jim Cruz. 44, Joe DeFelice. 8, Gary Carter. 19, Carlton Smith. Car number 10 is George Fisher. And 92, Donnie Renner requesting the tail. Is second. And we got trouble on the backstretch. Bob Bocook collects the wall on the backstretch. Elliot Markham, your front row. Scott Drake is second in. Now we've got Burgess White spinning on the backstretch. Bill Cantley, Greg Markham, your front 2. Rebooting the computer, so we'll keep track of the laps and get back up to speed. Please disregard the lap counter. Disregard the lap counter. 2 laps this time. Scott Drake leader. Bill Cantley third, but now Dan Eves on the outside. Five laps this time. Mike Ward wants a caution. He'll visit the pit area. It didn't look like, I think he believes that he's got a flat tire, but it didn't look like there were any or that the right rear tire or any of the tires were even low. Dick Dunleavy a second. Danny East and Skip Gordon. Now Eves trying to get underneath Dunleavy for a runner-up spot. A real log jam developing. People trying to get around Bill Cantley. Complete. 12 down this time. And Danny Eves is off pace. Yellow flag, Danny Eves. That car goes up in smoke in turn 2. You see the oil in turn number 2. Danny Eves, the Bob Edwards owned car number 7. Fortunately, he stayed way up and out of the groove all the way around the track. Laps are down. Again, we apologize for the lateness of the hour. We're not accustomed to running this late, but when you run this many races... fifth spot now. Skip Gordon is second in car 86. Trying to work his way. He goes beneath Kevin Miller. Gordon continues to close. White flag for Scott Drake in 91. Skip Gordon second. Terry Humphrey is third. Now Mike Stacy fourth. Since 1990 here at the Speedway, Scott Drake. Second is Skip Gordon. Third, Terry Humphrey. Fourth goes to Mike Stacy. Fifth, Mike Simpson. That top five unofficial. I'll get you a top 10 rundown as soon as I have one. Let's hear it for all these guys. A busy, busy night here at the Speedway. A lot of racing action. Again, the winner, his first feature win since, let's see, June 10th, 1990, Scott Drake out of Xenia, Ohio. Penalized for breaking out. We'll go down to Bob Neubauer for a quick word with Scott Drake.
Well, thank you, Jeff. Scott, happy young man down here right now. First one didn't work out, but this one was pretty good, wasn't it?
I tell you, the car was working super. I believe we could have won the first one with no problem, but I just got a little anxious and went too fast. This one, I can't say anything. I just thank everybody for coming out. Keep coming back.
What about some sponsors on your car?
We have Neville's Environmental Service, Heating and Air Conditioning, Coast Auto Sales, Turbo Blue, Jim Ping's Dayton Auto Auction. And one more thing, all you people come back to watching motorcycles, because I used to do that for 13 years, and it's great.
Let me ask you, some of the teams, some of the racing getting to be real high buck. Your operation, a little more grassroots maybe and things, but obviously you can go just as fast as the big boys.
I tell you, we're low on money. We don't have a great big budget, but we just a bunch of good guys, and we try hard, and things like this happen to us.
And that makes it fun, right?
That makes it a whole lot of fun. And these people are great to race for. I've raced at other tracks, and you don't get no better in Columbus Motor Speedway.
Once again, how about a hand for Scott Drake, a happy young man.
Then comes second row, Kevin Nowak in 99 and Bo Davis in 18. Bubba Parsons is next in 25, and beside him 12, Don Parsons Sr. Quickly the rest of the lineup, Bill Hundley, Rick Lawwell, Jim Hersey, Steve Tuttle, Randy Tharp, Don Holland, Norman Ackerman, Mike Schweier, Donald Parsons, Scott Bowman, Heavy Hill, Jamie Hunt, Ken Thomas, Dave Dysinger, Herb Pennington, Bobby Stacy, Phil Gussler, and Danny Brown. Whoa, we made it. 25 laps for the street stocks. It looks to be, can't see the records there. I believe Herb Pennington may be one of the cars involved back there. They say everyone is okay. All the drivers are A-okay. Gary Stilson and Bruce Holmes, your front row. Bruce Holmes, the leader down the backstretch. Bo Davis now trying to move around Gary Stilson for the runner-up position. One lap this time. Davis with a bit of an advantage down the backstretch. He'll stay on that outside groove and try to work on your race leader. And we got Mike Schweier with a spin in turn 2. Also Scott Bowman. There's a car in that cloud of dust somewhere. Bowman is off the racetrack. Look like Days of Thunder down in turn 4. Your leader is Bo Davis here on Muffler King night. That's Mike Schweier. He is about to be put a lap down. Schweier is a lap, or almost a lap down anyway. Here comes Big Daddy Don Parsons. Parsons now the leader in car number 12. 5 laps this time. Car 12, your leader. Again, Mike Schweier is almost a lap down. And if Don Parsons can get around him, he will be a lap down. In second spot is Bo Davis. Third, although Davis might relegate that second spot, and he does so to Donald Parsons. Big Daddy Don Parsons, your leader. Donald Parsons second. Bo Davis 3rd. Steve Tuttle 4th, and Jamie Hunt 5th. Parsons, the leader in car 22. Second is Don Parsons Sr. in 12. Steve Tuttle is third in car 17. Feature winner back on opening night here, and back on April 16th. He's way out front this evening. Still Don Parsons Sr. holding down second. 10 laps complete. Now 11 laps this time, 11 laps down. Through this 25 lapper. Bo Davis dropping off the pace in car 18. $50-lap bonus up to the feature winner in the street stock feature. $50 bonus for the winner from Muffler King. This time, 10 laps to go. Now Jamie Hunt, Steve Tuttle battling it out for the third spot. Tuttle goes to the outside side of Don Parsons for the runner-up position. They're down the front stretch now. Second place, Don Parsons Sr. in car 12. Backstretch. Car number 22 out front. Now Jamie Hunt is up to third. Hunt is third in car 93. Tuttle fourth in 17. Fifth is Dave Dysinger in car 27. Going to get interesting. They go three abreast on the backstretch. Don Parsons Sr., that car appears to be falling off the pace. 5 laps to go. Your second place car is now 93, Jamie Hunt. Third, up for grabs between Steve Tuttle and Dave Dysinger. Parsons in car 22. He is in turn 3 now. Second place is 93, Jamie Hunt. Third, Dave Dysinger in 27. Two laps to go. 22 your leader, 93 is second. Hunt. 27 is third. Fourth is 17. Fifth is Don Parsons Sr. Bobby Stacy is out in car 83. White flag for Donald Parsons. Getting interesting for the runner-up spot. Dave Dysinger right up on Jamie Hunt's back bumper. Heavy traffic. Second will be close. No doubt about your winner. It'll be Donald Parsons. Finishing second, Jamie Hunt. Dave Dysinger is third. Fourth, Steve Tuttle. And fifth, Danny Brown. So a full night of action. Again, we appreciate your patience this evening. A lot of blown engines, a lot of racing action. And we apologize for the lateness of the hour, but we appreciate your coming out. Keep in mind, next Saturday night, the Bob Evans Memorial Day Classic here at the Speedway. Donald Parsons picking up that $50 bonus from Muffler King. Also, the 7th place finisher, trackside, with Bob Neubauer for a quick comment. Go ahead, Bob.
You happy or something?
I'm glad, but I tell you what, the last 6 laps, this car was running maybe on 5 cylinders. I'm just glad I was out front where I could keep it up.
What is there about you winning races and having a motor that's about ready to expire?
I have no idea. They say I'm too hard on them, but, you know, that's how it goes. This is racing.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, once again, how about a hand? Doing a great job. And Jeff will wrap it up with you.
Okay, thanks.